Alex Towers won 130 there at Bistero. Race with Keenan and Sully on plenty of show this year, so many video already.
It's the annual Devon Show. 3 days when the people of the West Country defy the fickle weather, bring out their best, and revel in all that's good about country life. Here, when you talk about diversity, it usually refers to the livestock, because this part of the country is known as a bastion of white Britain. Fewer than 3% of the rural population here are black or other ethnic minorities. But someone is determined to change that.
All right, you're going to feel even better when you have some of the Black Farmer sausages down your go. What does it taste like? What does it taste like? They're absolutely gorgeous. You're standing there looking a bit perplexed. Get your fingers in there. Come on. Come on, Milkers. Come on, try some of my Black Farmer sausages.
Meet Wilfred Emmanuel Jones. He came to England as a poor migrant. Now he's an entrepreneur and aspiring politician and claims to be Britain's only black farmer.
You like my Black Farmer sausages, don't you, girl? Go on now, you try that.
More often than not, the image of a black person is as a second-class citizen, that is an underachiever, that is a burden on society. And I want this brand to be demonstrating that actually that isn't the case.
Okay, you like it. You know what to buy in future now, don't you, darling?
Wilfred Emmanuel Jones bought his farm almost a decade ago after a career in television, then making his fortune in food marketing. But he wasn't always destined for success. With high hopes, he and his family left rural Jamaica only to land in one of Britain's most deprived immigrant suburbs.
Taskmaster burst the bionics, it's splitter. Breakneck speed, we drown 10 pints of bitter. We lean all day and some say they ain't productive. Could that depend upon the demon that you're stuck with?
This part of Birmingham is where the very poorest lived, and
Wilfred's family of 11 lived in a row of cramped terraces.
Interesting that it actually looks exactly the same and it feels the same. And you see
At that time, it was full of a lot of people from the Caribbean who had come to this country in the 50s, and when they arrived here in the 50s, they thought the streets were going to be paved in gold, and they thought they were going to be welcomed with open arms. But actually what they met was racism, all types of prejudice, and a real failure. So it was just a small corner of Britain where they could go and lick their wounds, as it were.
The front room was a special room, so even though there were 11 of us in the family, that we were never allowed to go into the front room. It was only for visitors.
This is the first time Wilfred has been back since leaving more than 30 years ago, and now a new family lives in his old home.
My name is Wilfred, and this used to be the house that I used to live in.
He's keen to find former neighbours who might remember him.
How you doing? Hi. I used to live over there at 99 Banks Road.
Jones.
How you doing? I'm Wilfred.
And he's keen to let them know that despite his humble beginnings, he's now a success.
But the reason why they're making a film is that I'm the only black farmer in the UK.
You're the farmer?
I'm the black farmer, yeah. I don't look back at this time living here with any fondness. I mean, it was very, very poor. I mean, and we were struggling, and I was always hungry. I could always remember being hungry.
The expectation for anybody in that community was that you're going to end up in society's dustbin heap.
I could actually feel the massive contrast from sort of Banks Road.
But in the urban wasteland, young Wilfred discovered a refuge.
And, you could be right in the heart of the Caribbean, just been along here.
Around the corner from his home was a council allotment. His father rented a strip to grow vegetables.
So do you remember him working here?
Yes, I remember him.
The allotment is just as it was. So too is the shed his father built.
I would never, ever have thought that it would still be here.
This is where Mr. Emmanuel Jones first dreamed of owning a farm.
He was very good at building, my dad was. But can you imagine now, you're here, you feel really free. It was from here that I had my vision that one day I would own my part of England.
The allotments were once predominantly leased by whites. Now, most of the hobby farmers are black or from ethnic minorities. In Britain, black and minority ethnic, or BMEs as they're known, make up 8% of the total population. In some cities like Birmingham, they are 1 in 3 people.
Look at the carriage more for us? Yeah, nice.
In the corner of England he now owns, Wilfred Emmanuel Jones is building the black farmer empire.
Alright, so you're going to have, that one is you're going to cut for hay, and then the cows, they run between that field and the other field? They'll have to run from the
He divides his time between city and country.
Surely you're not the only black farmer.
What, in the UK? Well, I don't know. I mean, it's been reported to me that I am the only black farmer in Britain.
Right, you put your bucket in that bucket, don't you?
So what are you doing then?
Right, you put a dummy in the milk, you find these mice so they don't get pot-bellied.
But though he owns 14 hectares of prime farming land, he admits to being a novice and something of a gentleman farmer, like Prince Charles.
Throw the water away now. Yeah.
The hard work is done by his farm manager and neighbour, Chris Budge. Mr. Budge recalls the day they met.
I heard that this guy bought the farm next door, so I thought it was only kind of manners to go and introduce myself and meet him sort of thing. And I went in there and, obviously I knew he was a coloured guy. But yeah, very friendly, jolly, and sort of guy that I think, I thought, well, we can get on okay. People have got various views about, coloured people coming to live in the countryside sort of thing. Hopefully, they will be accepted.
I've been slapped in the street. I've had someone walk up to me and just slap me and say, we don't want you here. What are you doing here? We don't want you here. That's unbelievable. It's true. It has really happened. I've been spat at. We've had dog doos put through our door at home. I've had dog do put through the door at the office.
Sonia Frances Mills moved to Devon 10 years ago. She works for the local Race Equality Council promoting diversity.
Our network is better now.
Ms. Frances Mills says 2 out of 3 black or ethnic rural residents suffer serious discrimination.
I remember somebody where I live saying, why are you here? And I said, well, I'm here living my life and enjoying the countryside. And they said, no, but why are you here? People like you don't come here or shouldn't come here.
They may not like me.
But Mr. Emmanuel Jones says in the country he's never faced racism.
Fiction. People are not racist towards me to my face. And I can't remember the last time somebody was. I mean, I'm not naive enough to think that people are not, but it's never ever done to my face. And I think that when you're successful and when you've got money, people don't see colour. What I say to everybody is that do not expend energy on things that are irrelevant. Somebody else's racism towards you is totally irrelevant to my life because, we're living a change in society. Those people have to change with the times or they become relics.
Very nice, you see? So do as your mom and dad says in future. Try it before you make a decision.
At the Devon show, the black farmer works the crowds.
Come over here and try some proper food.
Since launching his brand 2 years ago, he's gained a lot of attention. He hopes his growing popularity may improve his chances of becoming a Member of Parliament for the Conservative Party.
Bacon.
It'd certainly be a very interesting selection, definitely, with the Southwest. Whether or not I'd vote for him, I'm not sure. I'm not too keen on his sausages, so maybe I wouldn't be too keen on him as an MP either, really.
Coming to live in this part of Britain, you have to have a pioneering spirit about you, and that, you know, you are going to come across some people who are not going to like it, you know, but some people are going to feel negative about it, but when you're a pioneer, all those things are irrelevant.
These people also consider themselves pioneers, perhaps on a different scale.
You come to a gate at the bottom,
They're community workers from urban Britain who've rarely ventured into the countryside.
Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful colour.
The outing has been organised by the Mosaic Partnership, a scheme to introduce ethnic minorities to national parks. In this instance, Brecon Beacons in Wales.
Can you pull it back? To make sure it's more secure.
They don't know whether they're going to be received nicely, they don't know what to expect, and they think countryside, no facilities, no amenities, nothing.
Is this wide enough or the other one? It's the other one. This one is long.
But what minorities face in rural Britain isn't necessarily racism.
You're going in? Yeah, come on there.
Country communities are very close-knit, so even if I were white and I went to a place where I wasn't known, I would be looked upon as a stranger.
It is our right to go and live anywhere that we want to, but that has to come from us. We can't wait to be invited. We have to go and claim it.
But there are other pioneers. Foreign correspondent found another black farmer.
They're not too dominated, but they...
Francis Ampofo owns and runs a free-range egg farm, which supplies one of Britain's leading supermarkets. The other black farmer, Wilfred Emmanuel Jones, goes around telling everyone he's Britain's only black farmer. How do you feel about that?
To tell you the truth, I'm not actually bothered about it, not at all. I'm not sure whether he knows of me, but I actually knows of him. But if him saying that will improve his business or his image, I'm not going to go forward and say, no, I'm here.
Francis Ampofo came to Britain from Ghana when he was in his teens. Not quite 5 feet tall, he became a champion boxer, bantamweight, retiring from the sport 4 years ago. Unlike Wilfred Emmanuel Jones, he's a hands-on farmer, packaging 9,000 eggs every day.
There you go.
But like the other black farmer, he believes the sky is the limit.
But the chickens are still lying, I see.
Yeah, still lying, yes. For instance, my daughter, I would love to see her being the first black prime minister of this country. Here we go, that's yours. I like to be different. I just like to do things that others hasn't done. By the sick pen in there.
So you think of yourself as a kind of pioneer?
Yes. People I look up to is people like Richard Branson. I got in mind that one day I'd love to be Richard Branson of Ghana.
Mr. Emmanuel Jones has been nominated for a local food award. Though he may not be a farmer in the true sense of the word, his spiritual home is here in the countryside.
I'm now going to introduce you the black farmer. Please come up, Wilfred.
This is an opportunity for me to thank everybody very much for all the support that I've had down here. And the West Country, as far as I'm concerned, is my home. Thank you all very much.
There are signs in this conservative corner of white Britain that people are starting to take notice.
The nominees are Georgie Porgy's Puddings, South Devon Chili Farm and the Black Farmer. And the winner is the Black Farmer.
If they're prepared to vote for me and therefore allow me to win an award, hopefully they'll vote for me where it really matters, i.e. to become their Member of Parliament. So, I hope this is the start of things to come. That's it, boys. Come on. That's it, come on.
Wilfred Emmanuel Jones believes he's breaking the stereotype of black being synonymous with poor and downtrodden. All that's left, he says, is for others like him to do the same.
I really like that chicken.
This is my home. I'm not going anywhere else. Gone are the days when the idea of sending them back on the banana boat actually is going to work, because there's nowhere for us to go. So we either make this our home, or we spend another 50 years actually moaning and whinging about the treatment that we've had. And I would say to most black people is that that's one of the things they should make sure they don't do, is become a victim of the past, because this is our home.